I was looking at a lot of schools that had good reputations. I wanted to find one that I thought would be right for me. The school had a really good reputation online, and a lot of the information that they provided seemed really appropriate to what I wanted out of my Japanese studies. I saw that they detailed about what level you should be at after 3 months, what you should be able to do after 3 months. And I remember getting really excited about the prospect of actually improving my Japanese within 3 months to a point where I could communicate these things. My Japanese has improved quite a bit since studying at the school in terms of communication, because I feel like I can now go up to pretty much anyone or any service in Japan and explain to them what I need. I could find myself going to restaurants quite confidently and speaking to the staff in there and telling them what I needed. Because I've got quite a few food allergies, I was really concerned about going to places and explaining that to people. But after 3 to 6 months of study, I could see myself truly improving, and I could see that I could start reading things. Kanji started to make sense. It was like a whole world started to open up as I was learning more and more at the school. I think one of the strongest points of a school is that they really help with understanding the language. So in a lot of ways, they break it down in a simple method called the Ezoe method, which really helps students try and understand where things fit together. It's almost like putting together a puzzle. It makes it super simple to understand at the beginning. And it's also the basis and the foundation of all your lessons throughout your time at SNG, essentially.
本校の特別なところ、他の学校と違うところは、やっぱり重箱カードやアクション、太陽カードを使ったエゾエ式教授法で教えているところだと思います。で、中上級でも重箱カードを活用したり、あとは日常的に使えるような表現を多く導入して会話練習を多くすることで学生に身近に日本語学習を思ってもらえるように工夫をしています。
The Ezoe method is a color-coordinated method of using grouped words in a structural way to kind of explain how words fit together. So it can be broken down into adjectives and particles. Not only is it color coordinated, and each word has their own category. So you know that a noun can be attached to this, and this can be attached to this, and certain things do not go together. So once you understand it, it makes conjugation so much easier. You're able to understand where things fit in better. And I think that that method has been really pivotal to how I've been able to progress in Japanese quite quickly. So when I started off in the basic beginners class, there were about 20 of us, and there were students from all over the world. We had students from Sweden, the US, we had students from all over Europe. And even in my last class, in the intermediate class, it was still a really good mix of people, and more people were still coming in all the time from different countries. It was a really good mix of different cultures all coming together for the same reason. I think that if you're considering coming to Japan, I think that you should just go for it. There is a lot to be gained. The experience is so rich, and it's so different to anything that you would have back home. I would definitely recommend school to students. I think it was a fantastic foundation building school for me. Learning Japanese, the way that they structured it in a way that's really easy to understand, and they really know how students learn best. And I think the way that they've developed their method has been super helpful in being able to understand how the language is put together, how to conjugate. I would highly recommend it. It's really helped me out a lot, and I can now live my life in Japan a lot easier than I did when I first came here.